I've gathered you all here today, even though we're still on break, for a very important reason. Our nation's current egg surplus crisis. Poultry farmers across the land are throwing out their excess in bulk.
Right. I heard about that on the news. It's a real waste.
It is. So I've drafted a proposal to salvage those poor eggs and assassinate Koro-sensei in a way that's almost guaranteed to be foolproof.
We're killing him with surplus eggs?
What? You gonna make an omelet throwing a couple of these babies? Like you won't see that coming from a mile away.
I gave it a little bit more thought than that. In fact, my plan's already in motion, thanks to Mr. Karasuma.
Right. All the stuff you need's been set up outside.
Excellent! Everybody to the yard!
They're creative. I'll give them that. How they come up with this stuff, I'll never know.
So we have a ton of eggs and a mold. Are we making...
Yep! It's exactly what you think! We're going to whip up a ginormous pudding! I give you... Operation Pudding Popper!
君のことばかり思ってる他のこと見えなくなってる必ずそのハート射止める誓ういけてないのは古い話惜しまぬ努力もしたんだし無茶ぶりもクリアしてきたはずいける自信満ちる調子ついたその時いつだってこうやって突き落とされてしまうのさシンナスでシリアスな君の声が刺さってくる何千回何万回僕の気持ち形にして打ち込んで投げ込んでだけど君は逃げてくだけ Question Question 僕は Question Question 一体 Question Question 君の何を知っていたの Question Question どうして Question Question 君は Question Question こんなに近くて遠いのだろう
Operation Pudding Popper, huh? Well, Koro-sensei does have a pretty serious sweet tooth.
Bingo! And the target's recent crucial confession only confirms it! You'd scarf down a mountain of these if you could.
Oh, without question. What a dream come true it would be to gorge myself on a mountain of pudding. Too bad I don't have the funds to make it happen.
So, let's make that crazy dream a reality! Saving some for ourselves, of course. The idea is to plant bombs and anti-sensei BBs into the giant pudding's base. When he eats his way to the bottom, we detonate!
This is starting to sound like it's worth a shot.
I'm with you on that. Koro-sensei loses his marbles when it comes to anything sweet.
And since Kayano's usually not that proactive, there's the element of surprise. He won't be suspicious.
All right, then. Let's wait till he's not around and make ourselves a giant pudding!
Yeah! This equipment comes from an inactive line at a mayonnaise factory. Once the eggs are prepped, they'll be going in here. Step 1, crack them. Step 2, with help from the government, we do the mixing manually. It's a lot of work, but eyes on the prize. Step 3, add sugar and milk. Lots of it. Plus some vanilla extract to give it flavor.
Hey, Kaide. I saw them try to make a giant pudding on TV once and it didn't work. It weighed too much. Totally collapsed. Just saying.
That thought occurred to me, which is why we're using gelatin and agar, not common for pudding. The agar's fibers make it a great coagulant. Plus, did you know that it has a significantly higher melting point than gelatin, making it perfect for keeping our pudding firm in the September heat?
Whoa!
Commence pouring in the first batch! That's the way! Once that's all in, swap out with Team's second batch! We'll increase the ratio of cream as we go up, maintaining firmness while ensuring the lower layers don't bear too much weight.
And what are these for?
Fruit sauce and edible mousse wrappers to add the occasional burst of new flavor. Vanilla is scrumptious and all, but think about it. Wouldn't you get sick of the same taste bite after biting something so large? Sure you would. Okay, that's great. Once the mold's full, drop the lid on and let the whole thing chill. This isn't just any old pudding mold either. The outer walls are fitted with pipes that have coolant circulating through them. Pretty neat, huh? A pudding with this much volume needs to be chilled through. We're talking inside and out.
Wow.
Who in the world would have ever thought you could be an expert on giant pudding?
She's got the engineering part down pat, and she knows how to make it taste great.
Nice work, Kayano. You really thought all this up after reading an article on the country's egg surplus?
Sorta. Actually, I've wanted to try and do this for a while now. And since the Ministry of Defense was willing to shell out the money this time, I figured why not go for it? When my mind's fixed on something, I just keep rolling, I guess.
Most of the time, Kayano's more in the background than center stage. That's probably why I've always pegged her as the supporting role type. But look at her now. I never imagined she could get so fired up. Proof anyone can shine when what they're into becomes relevant.
Another early day tomorrow. Once we've let it chill overnight, we check to see if it's firmed up enough. If it is, we remove the pipes. After that, we loosen the bolts holding the lid in place.
That's right.
Then we blow air between the walls of the mold and the pudding itself. Next, release internal lock! When the pudding is completely free of the mold, we carefully shore up the sides with softened gelatin and auger to add just a bit more firmness. Then we top it off with a caramel sauce and lightly brulee the top.
We did it!
Wow, that sure looks delicious.
You completely forget there's a bomb planted in there.
And with that, Kayano's gigantic killer pudding was ready to be served.
And I'm allowed to eat this entire thing?
Oh, sure. I just didn't want those eggs going to some landfill.
This was all Kayano's idea, you know.
You made me so happy.
We better get going.
Yeah, don't want to be late for English.
Now you've got to promise to eat every last bite.
Not a problem. At last, my dreams come true. Thank you.
Come on. We'll watch the detonation from inside.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Wow, he's really getting after it.
I have a feeling it won't be very long till he reaches the bottom.
Don't worry. I've installed a security camera into the base. I'm keeping my eye on it. The second he reaches the bomb, we'll detonate it by remote control. We'll know he's eaten his way to it once the light starts pouring in.
My pudding. It'll be... It'll be tastiest if the flavor changes halfway through. Ah, that makes sense. I'll use a scale model to test its strength first. Ah, not another collapse! Pudding. My pudding! I can't let something I put my heart and soul into be blown to smithereens!
Kayano, take it easy!
It's a damn pudding, not the family pet! It's supposed to be blown to smithereens!
Just stand in the schoolyard forever as a monument!
Ew, gross! My jaws need a break. By the way, amid all the deliciousness, I caught a faint whiff of this.
The bomb. And the detonator's been detached.
I ate a path from caramel to pudding to dirt and proceeded to tunnel from underneath to remove it. I assume the bomb was your handiwork, Takabayashi? Well, your calculations were spot on, and if I had not picked up on the distinct scent of plastic explosives, your scheme might have very well worked. Next time, you'll account for strange odors, right?
Right.
C'est la vie. But since you've all worked together to create this wonderful concoction, you should enjoy it together. I set aside a nice, clean portion for each of you.
So he gets the drop on us yet again.
And it was such a clever idea, too.
Incidentally, consuming eggs headed for the landfill is, strictly speaking, a violation of sound economic principles. So we'll be exploring the complex role of a perishable goods surplus in our next civics lesson.
Yes, sir.
Kind of a shame, isn't it? I bet you're relieved, though. Honestly, no offense, but I didn't think you had it in you to be so hardcore. It was cool to watch. A nice change of pace.
That's what it is to be an assassin. Not even your close friends get to see your true blade. Oh yeah, there's more where that came from. I've got all kinds of jiggly weapons. Here, even a pudding expert can be a top-notch assassin.
Once the break was over, Mr. Karasuma got down to business and really ramped up our training. Today's PE class was a first. Parkour, crossed with cops and robbers. The cops being our toughest teachers.
How about this? If we manage to round them all up, they get double the homework.
Ugh, stop making this about roleplay.
Oh, now ain't no reason it can't be fun. You just trying to hog all the good times for yourself. Putting me in charge of holding down the fort.
What did you expect? You can't be the chaser. This is training.
Yeah, Mr. Karasuma will catch up to us eventually, but it's a big mountain.
And there's a time limit, so at best he'll tag maybe 2 or 3 of us tops.
Yeah, if even that many.
No kidding.
I heard that. Ridge, 80 meters. Boom. You're under arrest. Caught you red-handed.
Okajima, Hayumi, Shiba, Fuwa, you're out!
Dude, I'm telling you, don't get caught. He's making us do worksheets. It sucks.
Come on. This isn't some battle manga. Seriously, how'd you not know he was on your tail till after he tagged you?
Look, just be careful. He's like a ninja. For all you know, he's right there. Sugaya! Sugaya!
Big man's on the hunt all by his lonesome? Well, that works for me. I'll just pull him down by his tagging hand and booyah. We'll go at it right here in the wilderness. Bad cop, good cop will take on a whole new meaning. Bring it on, you son of a
Sugaya and Professor Bitch, you're out. Uh-oh, we're dropping like flies.
We should rename this place Mount Slaughter.
They just got tagged out, right?
Huh. Wait a second. This is cops and robbers. Technically.
We can tag him back in! Okada, you're a genius!
Yeah, sure. Have fun. Like anybody's breaking out of jail with the supersonic octopus on duty. If it was possible to come in under his radar, we'd have offed him months ago.
You have a point.
Sugino, you come to bust us out? Uh-huh.
Yep. Oh. Just this one time.
Sugino, now!
5 prisoners free.
Damn it. Mind explaining how prisoners are escaping on your watch?
They're shrewder than we give them credit for. But good heavens, those things are really enormous!
Are you taking bribes? Look, whatever. If you let the next group escape, so help me.
Actually, Koro-sensei,
Yep.
my little brother's come down with a rare illness. Poor guy's been bedridden for weeks. When I told him what we're playing, he texted back, "Win one for me." If he finds out I was captured, the shock might be too much.
Go. This cop never saw anything. So go.
Thank you, sir. You're the best.
4 more prisoners free.
Comment, Karasuma, do you copy? How in the world are these inmates breaking out of my prison?
That's my line, you moron!
Time's up. Game over.
Finally, can't
About
breathe.
friggin' time.
Air. When it was over, our game of cops and robbers / parkour ended with us getting away. Koro-sensei's stint as warden left a lot to be desired as far as Mr. Karasuma was concerned, but it was good training for us either way, really. Yep,
See you tomorrow.
things were going fairly well. Second term was off to a promising start. No way.
An excellent beginning to second term, it must be said. The mutual respect and trust the students and I share grows stronger by the day. How wonderful it is to see their shining faces look up at me with such unbridled disgust!
They're totally talking about you, aren't they?
How could you do that stuff?
We're very disappointed in you, sir.
No, wait! I'm innocent! I don't even know anything about this!
So, have an alibi?
Eddie, what now?
Where were you on the evenings of the incidents in question? And can anybody back you up?
Let me see. I was vigorously shaking a bag of seasoned fries, alternating between an altitude of 10,000 meters and 3,000 meters, respectively.
No one can back that up!
That's enough, guys. Come on, he's not a perv. He's done some creepy things, sure. But even if you add them all together, what have you really got? He's read some adult magazines, been bribed with dirty pictures, stared intently at pinups during recess, spammed lingerie companies with requests to let him give their models a tentacle bra.
Daddy, help.
Koro-sensei, just turn yourself in.
S2 Isogai! This is an outrage! I stand wrongfully accused! Don't you believe me? Very well, to the teacher's lounge! I'll show you what kind of upright citizen I can be! Behold, my pinup stash! I'll toss every last one of them without so much as a twinge of reservation!
You're kidding.
Oh my god, guys! Check out the rule book! He put letters next to all the girls' names. Koro-sensei knows our cup sizes.
What the hell is forever flat supposed to mean, you 8-armed 2-bit emoji face
And
baby?
what about this? A breakdown of all the girls in Kunigigauka with an F cup or above?
Wait, that can't possibly... You know what we need? A good old-fashioned after-school barbecue. Doesn't that sound like fun? Here, get a load of these succulent skewers I threw together.
Wow.
This is nauseating.
Gross.
That's all for today, boys and girls. I'll see you tomorrow.
We certainly put the octopus through the ringer, didn't we? Some people just can't take the heat.
Is he stealing underwear? That'd be pretty serious. I mean, we're talking an actual crime.
Compared to blowing up the Earth, I say it's precious.
Okay, but...
I don't know what I'd do with super speed, but I can tell you one thing. If I stole underwear, I sure as hell wouldn't be sloppy enough to leave evidence behind. I found that in the equipment shed. Koro-sensei's no fool. He understands, knows he'd be dead to us over something like this. His whole life's about being a teacher. Between losing our respect and being assassinated, all bets are off which of those things he'd go more out of his way to avoid.
Yeah, have to agree with you.
Then who's the sicko doing all this stuff?
An imposter.
Fua?
That color, that laugh. We're dealing with an archetype.
A fake sensei! The doppelganger, oldest supervillain trope in the book!
Which means our culprit is intimately familiar with Koro-sensei and his quirks. Hey, let's you and me play detective, Ritsu.
Yes!
Something along those lines. As for what's in this for the real culprit, your guess is as good as mine. But we gotta put a stop to him. If the rumor mill runs Koro-sensei out of town, there goes our bounty, and then what's all this been for? We'll lose our shot at this. If, on the other hand, we catch the real guy ourselves, Teach will be in our debt.
Yeah!
Forever flat.
Justice will prevail now the great and very mature detective is on the case.
You say on the case, I say exploiting our parkour skills to trespass.
Hey, remind me again. Of all the places in town, what makes us so sure the creeper's gonna strike here next?
First off, this place is a camp for pro entertainers. The Censure, though, a phenomenally popular bazonga-licious girl group, has been staying here for the past couple of weeks.
Right. And based on the suspect's profile, the probability that he'll show is 99.78%.
Indeed, because camp's over after tomorrow. In no way is our man gonna let these top-tier trophies slip through his fingers.
Uh-huh.
Koro-sensei, Okay, please say that he's here to nab the bad guy, too.
That getup ain't exactly helping me presume his innocence.
Look, he's so pissed off at the real criminal, just looking at all that underwear gets him steamed.
Right. Wrongfully accused my ass.
Heads up.
Someone's here! A big guy with a yellow head. I knew it!
So it is a frame-up.
Look at him move. That's not normal.
Uh-oh, he's getting away!
Gotcha! How dare you impersonate me and act out my lurid fantasies? Well, so long as everyone thinks I'm pilfering unmentionables, I might as well take yours!
I don't know. I think this might make him worse than an underwear thief.
Hey, the eyewitness reports were right about his head.
Now, let's see your true face, imposter!
Hang on, isn't that guy Mr. Kurasuma's underling?
You? What earthly reason could you have for...
The government was kind enough to let me have one of Kurasuma's men on loan. I required a decoy to lure you into this pen of anti-sensei sheets. Not unlike the ruse your students devised on the island, yes? Such nimble minds the young have. Lure, confine, and strike.
That voice.
Now then, Koro-sensei, let your final death match begin.
So strong, but compared to me, so weak.